Today we have confirmed 297 new cases over the last 24 hours, bringing the total number of COVID-19 cases to 4,017. Of the new cases, 3 are in a First Nation community within the Calgary zone. The infected individuals are in isolation, and the community is working with Indigenous Services Canada to prevent any spread. Alberta Health Services is also investigating 2 cases at the Mountain View Poultry Chicken Processing Facility in Okotoks. All supports are in place to prevent spread in that facility. 1,397 people in our province have now recovered from COVID-19. I must also report that there have been 5 additional deaths in the province. This brings the total number of lives lost to 72. My sincere condolences go out to everyone grieving the loss of a loved one today. Nothing can ease this pain, but please know we are doing everything we can to prevent further deaths from this illness. Since yesterday, I have heard from many Albertans who are profoundly disappointed or even angry about my statement regarding summer events. The message I am hearing is that Albertans have sacrificed so much already. How can I ask them to give up their summer when we don't know for sure what the situation will be like in 1 or 2 months? I hear this loud and clear, and the question of how we came to the decision regarding summer events is a valid one. So today I would like to provide more information on why I am convinced this measure is necessary. First, I know the curve shown in our modelling work may have left the impression that the virus will go away over the summer. That is not the case. The virus that causes COVID-19 will be with us for many months to come. And the relatively low case numbers we are seeing in most of the province are the result of our collective efforts and sacrifices. COVID-19 is still with us, and it spreads rapidly through social interactions. I want to give an example of how this happens. We have had several instances in the province of social gatherings where one person passed the virus on to many others at a single event before the individual knew they had COVID. The Bonspiel in Alberta is one example I have talked about before. Of the 73 people who attended that event, 40 ended up with COVID-19. We have had other social events where over 80% of attendees were infected. And the common theme in all of these is that the source did not know they had COVID, or there was possibly an environmental source with high touch surfaces. The attendees were trying to be careful with regular hand sanitization and trying to follow distancing rules, but the gatherings were social in nature. From these events, a single gathering resulted in between 13 and 40 additional cases, with subsequent spread to household contacts of those who attended. In some cases, these household contacts were healthcare workers. We are starting to map out the ripple effects of spread started by these gatherings. These gatherings happened early in our epidemic, before we fully understood the reality of transmission before the onset of symptoms. And I want to be clear, I am not blaming the people involved for this spread. What I want to underline is that the kinds of social gatherings we are used to, even in the summer, can result in significant spread of the virus from just one person who may not even know they are infected. The results can be explosive, far-reaching, and deadly. These are extraordinary times, and I am asking a lot of all of us. I hear every day of the things Albertans are giving up to fight COVID-19. And it does not seem fair to ask for more. Unfortunately, this virus does not respect our feelings. We have no easy options. We only have each other and our commitment to protect one another by continuing to make sacrifices. The majority of the numbers that we're seeing right now are linked to the big outbreaks that we're aware of, and we're working very hard to control that spread. I think the challenge, if people are saying, well, the numbers are going to rise anyway, what difference does one more person out in public make? I say to you that the difference that one person attending one of these social gatherings who didn't know they were infected and spreading the virus to between 13 and 40 additional people, that's the difference that you can make. And so I think the important part is knowing that this virus is incredibly challenging to control because it does spread sometimes before symptoms start. And so people need to be mindful of their actions, maintain physical distancing, regular hand washing. If they can't maintain physical distancing, consider the use of a mask, a non-medical mask. And the more we limit these gatherings, the more we limit the chance that the virus can jump from one person to 39 others in a single event. So again, I think really the numbers rising should be a cautionary tale, not a tale of futility. And we have control over this. By our actions, we have done incredible things, and the numbers to date have shown that we have the power to maintain this control of the spread together. And I know that people are tired, and I know that they want to get out, and they absolutely can. But we need to remember the physical distancing, hand washing, and to avoid these kinds of social gatherings where the virus can spread very easily.